Hello, friend, and welcome to Daily Treasure, a devotional podcast by Sharon Betters, produced by Mark Inc. Ministries. Today's devotional is Even in Old Age. And today's treasure: they still bear fruit in old age. They are ever full of sap and green, to declare that the Lord is upright. He is my rock, and there is no unrighteousness in him. Psalm 92, verses 14 and 15. We meet Anna when she is at least 84 years old. Some think she is 105. Little did she know that when her husband died and left her as a young widow, that her perseverance as a woman of God who chose to live life as a servant in God's house would lead her to not only observe, but be a crucial part of one of the most profound moments in Jewish history. Instead of turning into an angry, bitter old woman who demanded that others serve her, Anna travels the pathway created by God just for her by praying and fasting and serving her community day and night. Don't miss the life-giving model of encouragement that flowed from her into the lives of those she served. How many young women watched Anna regularly pray and express her love for God through her servant's heart? How many men learned to love their wives and children because of timely comments from Anna? How many children found a safe place in Anna's arms? Luke doesn't give us the answers to these questions, but his description of her certainly gives us a good idea of the fruit Anna continued to bear in her old age. Anna's mission in life was to declare the goodness of her God. I imagine her praying quietly, but loud enough for those closest to her to hear words like these fall from her lips. O Lord, you are my chosen portion and my cup. You hold my future. The lines have fallen for me in pleasant places. Indeed, I have a beautiful inheritance. Psalm 16, 5 and 6. When Anna's life fell apart, her default system was to fall into the arms of her faithful God, her chosen portion and her cup. Others might have concluded God had abandoned her when her husband died. Instead, at the end of her life, her declaration would be, "The lines have fallen for me in pleasant places. Indeed, I have a beautiful inheritance." At the end of her life, Anna had the privilege of being a messenger of good news. God had kept his promise. She could declare that, "The Lord is upright, he is my rock, and there is no unrighteousness in him." Psalm 92:15. O Lord, Anna persevered in the pathway you marked out for her. At the end of her life, she continued to demonstrate the fruit of your presence in her heart and through her actions. Yet, unlike Anna, we have Jesus living in us. How much more should we choose life when being tempted to choose bitterness? Amen.
Friends, thanks so much for joining us for a pilgrimage fueled by hope. And today I want to remind you to subscribe to our e-news so that we can send you a free PDF of the poem Call Back. You may have heard this poem. It is an incredible reminder to us that there are those who are walking in really broken, hard places, and they're desperate for a word of hope from those who are ahead of them. There were people ahead of me in the grief journey who called back to me that God is sovereign and I could trust him, that God is faithful and that I could believe him, that I could stand on his word, I could soak in his word and know that his word was true. And God calls on each of us who have experienced that kind of hope to call back to those coming behind us with the same encouragement we have received. And so we want to give you this beautiful reminder of his faithfulness, and we will send it to you for free when you subscribe to the e-news. Go to markinc.org, that's markinc.org, where you can easily subscribe. Thanks so much for joining us, and I look forward to being with you tomorrow.